It's a childhood memory of Jacob's and mine that we always did this when my mom and his mom were making apple pies. It's like a long spaghetti noodle of apple deliciousness. Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the day. I am going to make an apple pie today, and I'm going to take you guys along for the ride. The first time I made an apple pie, I was so proud of myself that it didn't turn out totally wrong. So if it makes you nervous to try making a pie, just put that aside and just try it and keep working at it until you get it just the way you want it. That being said, this is Little Grandma Pat's recipe for apple pie. It's that's Jacob's grandma, and it's her no-fail pie crust and apple pie filling. So here we go. All right, so we have stuff for the pie crust and we have stuff for the pie filling. This is the pie crust. This is 2.5 cups of flour and a half teaspoon of salt. And then we need to get an egg and vinegar, water, and I'm using the butter flavored Crisco shortening instead of scooping it out of my tub. I think that makes a yummier crust in my opinion, so that's what we're using today. And then for the pie filling, we are going to need 6 to 7 cups of thinly sliced cooking apples, and I'll show you guys how I do that. 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of flour, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. The way that I cut up and peel my apples is I have an apple peeler corer machine. Oh, almost lost my apple. And it looks like this. It's a little intimidating, but this spins the apple and takes the peel off and the core out of the center, but it also cuts the apple, so you just need to slice it in half and then you can get your apples, and I'll show you how to do that. So you skewer the apple. Your apple is washed onto there, and you just rotate it like this. And the peeler just scoop off the apple. There's your core, there's your peels, and here's your prepped apple. From there, you just slice down the center, being careful of your hand. Put it in. Ta-da! And you do that like 6 more times. It's a childhood memory of Jacob's and mine that we always did this when my mom and his mom were making apple pies. It's like a long spaghetti noodle of apple deliciousness. I have my 6 to 7 cups of apples sliced up, and I didn't use all that I had set aside, so I have 1 more for Jack. He's been eyeballing these apples all day, so I can give him an apple and he will be happy. All right, so we just need to get the lemon juice and the spices and the flour on the apples, and then we need to make the pie crust. We're gonna let the apples sit. We're just gonna set them aside, and they're just gonna sit in their juices and flour and all the spices, and they're just gonna kind of marinate a little bit while we make this apple pie crust. No-fail pie crust. All right, you have a 2-cup liquid measure. You're gonna add 1 egg. Beat it lightly with a fork. You're gonna add 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Then you're gonna fill it with water up to 1.5 cups, cold water. It's important to note that you will not use all of this liquid for just this pie crust. but you do make enough liquid to make more pie crust if you need. So if you're gonna make like 2 pies, you can just double the dry ingredients and the shortening, and then you'll have enough liquid to make 2 pie crusts. This is enough to make a bottom shell and a top shell. Once you have the shortening cut into the flour, it looks like breadcrumbs, you're gonna add just enough liquid to make a soft dough. Like I said, it's not gonna take the whole amount of liquid, but it will take some of it. So you just need to eyeball it. Okay. Handling it as little as possible. I've cut into 2 semi-equal halves. And then I just need to roll out crust. I don't know why, but that part always makes me super nervous. Transferring the pie crust to the pie plate. But now we're just gonna form it to the plate just very, very carefully, and then poke some holes in the bottom with a fork, and we'll add our apples. Now, I honestly don't know what this part does. All I know is my mom does it, so I do it too. Alright, it is covered. All that's left now is to crimp the edges and then vent the top, and add some cinnamon sugar on top and pop it in the oven. Alright, there's the sides crimped. I just need to put some vent holes in the top.
This is a little tricky.
Maddie said that my next pie should be a cherry pie.
Yeah.
So if you guys like cherry pie, let me know. I've never made one actually. Maybe I should, just for the fun of it.
You can hear the apples go.
Yeah. Okay, there's all cut. You just need cinnamon and sugar. Put it in the oven. Alrighty, so my oven is preheated to 375, and I have a pie crust shield put on my pie crust. If you don't have one of those, you can very easily cut it out of tin foil. Just make it look like that, okay? You fold it in half and then just kind of make a circle shape and then cut that in half again. If you need directions, I'll put some on the website along with the apple pie recipe. This is gonna go into the oven 375 for 25 minutes. Also, I've had pies spill over every time I make them, so I now have a jelly roll pan in the bottom of my oven every time I make a pie, because it's really hard to clean out if you don't. All right, the 25-minute timer has gone off. We need to remove the foil liner and then start the oven again at 350 for another 25 to 30 minutes. It's almost done, and it smells super good. All right, I have pulled it out of the oven, and I did have some spillage, so I'm glad I had my cookie sheet underneath it, but there it is, you guys. We just needed to cool down enough to eat. Oh, it smells so good. Whenever I make apple pie, I always end up cooking it longer than it says I need to. Just because I want to make sure the pastry is cooked all the way through and that the apples are all cooked as well. So I think I cooked it 20 minutes longer than it actually said I needed to. But I also, I think, had 8 cups of apples instead of 7, so I had more apples than I was supposed to. But it's, oh, it smells so good. It's out, and as soon as it's cooled off enough, we're gonna cut into this and eat it with some ice cream. It is the moment of truth. It is cooled for a while, so it's not super hot anymore. I can cut into it. The longer it cools, the more solidified the inside will get. But I just can't wait. I'm super hungry and I want to try this apple pie. All right, I've got my beautiful Maddie. She's gonna try it out for us.
Should I get a piece of ice cream and say, oh my gosh, it's like falling apart?
Yeah. Does it taste okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good? Yay!
Like the vanilla and the hotness, like, makes it warm.
Mmm. Yay. We got a stamp of approval on that. And she's still going. Alright, it's a little soupy. But I think I could have baked it a little bit longer. With this pie plate, I usually use my clear glass one so that I can see the crust and stuff underneath, and I can't see it on this one. So it's a little soupy, but it still tastes really good, and the pastry's cooked, so that's really all that matters. Now I just gotta get it to the other kids that like apple pie.
Oh, that sounds
The
fun.
poor puppy just wants a piece of pie. Sorry, puppy, you cannot have it. But
Maybe?
Miley can have a piece of pie.
Maybe we should make a pie that's dog food and dog treats, so it's safe for him to eat.
That's a good idea.
It'd be like this big,
Oh,
maybe like a dinner or something.
that's a way good idea. All right, you guys, that's it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you make an apple pie, let me know, either on Instagram or in the comments below. And if you like apple pie or don't like apple pie, apple pie words. We'll see you guys next time. Be the good, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Hey, Hallie, do you like apple pie? No? Does that mean I get to have your apple pie? Yes. Yes? She's my pumpkin pie kid, so I get to eat hers. I've already eaten mine, but she said I can have hers as well. That means Mom gets 2 pieces of apple pie. Yummy.